Is fast food actually that fast? Today we put a French fast food chain called O Tacos to the test. Now you may be wondering, what even are French tacos? And I'll explain as we make them, but the video is very simple. We are currently in Bordeaux, France, so I'm gonna send my brother out to pick up the French tacos, and meanwhile I have to try to make them back in the home kitchen before he gets back. Of course, we'll do a taste test to compare the two, which I'm very interested in because several French people have told me that this place is not that great. There's some weird sauce in this. And a quick thank you to Geico for sponsoring today's video. If you like getting things done quickly like I do, check out the link below to see how much you could save on your car insurance. So check out the link below, more on Geico later, but now let's do it live. As always, I do have the ingredients, but nothing is pre-prepped. Gabe, go on your way and keep us updated. All right, everyone, so we gotta move quick. I'm gonna turn the oven on real quick. And I gotta get the fries going because that is probably the thing that's gonna take the longest. And if you are wondering what French tacos are, I didn't really know either, but as you may expect, they're not really like the Mexican style tacos that you would come to expect, with like corn tortillas or a number of things. They're actually basically a burrito, and I would equate them to what is very popular in the US is the California burrito, which is the addition of fries in there. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not gonna make them from scratch this time around, but we will do the chicken, which will be fun. So I'm just gonna toss these with a little bit of oil ahead of time before I add them to the pan and get them in the oven. And the idea with this is just oil is gonna work a little bit better than just the open air at transferring the heat. So having just a little bit on the outside of these fries should, in theory, help them crisp up a little bit more uniformly, a little bit faster. And also, I will say, these, for frozen fries, these look pretty good. Okay, so that's gonna hang out there. And apologies for, I'll probably be off screen a couple of times just because I need to get stuff, and the sink is over here, the fridge is over there. We'll make do with what we got. So just hang around with me for a second. But this is good to kind of see what goes on when, I am just cooking for myself, doing things and moving around. Don't have anything out, nothing's pre-prepped. So what's interesting about this O Tacos place, and what's interesting about this video, is that I actually did not, I was gonna go out and try and do some research ahead of time. So I put out a poll to my Instagram followers about what's a typical or maybe a classic order. And there wasn't really a single consensus, and in fact, many people told me that this place is no good and I shouldn't even bother going. So I thought it would be fun. My first time ever having French tacos would be to do it compared to a homemade one. And why I'm doing that is because looking at the menu, there's nothing super French about it. I mean, there's a couple meat choices, there's a couple sauce choices, and then there's some sides, certain cheeses, and some of the things are French based, but really it's all very normal, just kind of fast food stuff that you would expect to see in a lot of places. One thing though that many people recommended, or at least there was a few consensus around one of the sauces, which was an Algerian sauce. So I did a little digging to see exactly what that is, and I think I found a Reddit post or something that mainly people were just saying it's a mix of mayo, some tomato concentrate or ketchup, and then harissa is what gives it kind of its spicy component. So that's what I'm gonna do. And what's really great for sauces is using a scale and kind of blanketing this out. So I'm roughly doing 2 parts mayo, 1 part ketchup, and then We'll see how much I use of this. It depends on the spice level. So I have 50 grams of mayo, 25 grams of ketchup, and then let's see what this adds up to. Yeah, we'll call that, 10 grams of harissa. And then I'm gonna give this a mix first and kind of taste it. And then I might add another ingredient or two in here, but this is kind of the base component for the Algerian sauce, supposedly. I don't know if this actually is Algerian or like if they just call, I mean, it's just harissa would be the only thing, and that's used in many cuisines. I think it needs some more harissa. And then, actually I think this will really benefit from a little bit of lemon. And what else? I feel like what else does this need? Oh, another ingredient I think, some people said they put cumin in it as well. So I'm gonna do a little bit of cumin. A little bit of lemon for brightness. Oh yeah, and then I was gonna do a little bit of, just a tiny bit of onion. And we're gonna flex our onion knowledge from the most recent video that I did. This is a reason why you may want to use very finely diced onions for a sauce. Or you could grate them, like many people were realizing. Similar idea, but the idea is more surface area, more crushed up cells, going to release more flavor. Put a little onion in there. Yeah, I mean, it's a mayo-based sauce. Tastes pretty good to me. We'll rock with that. We'll see kind of how this stacks up against the other one that we ordered. Then I don't need any of this stuff, so I'm gonna put it all away, keep our workspace clean. You guys know how it is. Oh yes, and then one addition which O-Tacos does not have, apparently. So we actually ordered ahead of time just because sometimes it can be a little confusing when you don't speak the language and they may or may not. So we kind of ordered it ahead of time for takeout. They don't have any like greens or fresh components on the menu, which I just don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. Like, no like lettuce, no tomato. So I'm gonna be using this for mine, just because, I mean, I feel like it just makes sense. Like, why would there not be some kind of fresh component? So I'm gonna do a little bit of, this is called mosh, which is very prevalent over in France. And it's like my favorite salad green since I've been coming over here. Like, I literally buy a bag or two of this stuff like each week. It's unbelievable. It's just like at first I thought it was baby spinach, but it's not. It's just like kind of a mellow salad green, which is just, it's really nice. I really do enjoy it. And then I should get out my deli container for the deli container trick, but I'm only doing a couple of these, so get back here. And then I'm just gonna like roughly chop these up a little bit into pieces, and then this will just be used to give us a little freshness in the sandwich. Yeah, it was pretty funny reading the responses I got on Instagram from people. Some people were like, at all costs, avoid this place. But I think there was one person that said like, It's not very good, like compared to other foods, but like when you go in, you're really just expecting to get kind of a lot of food that's, you know, like a lot of like fatty food, you know, and that's kind of what you're expecting. It's cheap, it fills you up, you know, it is what it is. So I think if you go in with that lens, I think that's when a lot of fast food gets a lot better. I'm just gonna pull my fresh stuff over here. So we got the fresh stuff, our sauce. And then, ooh, I will be using pickled onions as well. Oh, and I'm gonna toss these fries in the oven. Okay. All right, so also gonna be using some pickled onions. And then, okay, technically I did slightly pre-prep this. I literally just dry brined it ahead of time just because I wanted to. Just because dry brinding's cool and I had the time, so. But literally all I did was just add salt, and it's been sitting in the fridge for a couple of hours. So you can literally start from here, from scratch, you know, if you were doing so. And for these, I thought there was like a chicken breast option, but when we actually ordered, there wasn't. I was gonna do like a fresh, you know, like grilled up chicken breast. So I'm kind of like in between, should I try to bread this really quick and shallow fry it, or should I just grill it? Because I was planning on just grilling it, mixing with the fries. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I just wanna grill this. So what I am gonna do is just get some oil in here, a good amount. I'm doing an unhealthy amount of oil to cook this chicken. So I'm basically shallow frying it, but you know, with it raw like this. I don't know if you guys could hear that sneeze, but literally someone sneezed so loud outside. And then I'm gonna do rosemary and some garlic on this chicken breast. Oh yes, and we'll be needing the wraps as well. So I'm just gonna micrograte some of this garlic on here. No idea where Gabe is, or I forgot to start the timer. But I mean, I have the video, so we'll know roughly how much time we're in. I think it says like 13, 14 minutes on that. That's not too bad, actually. We're kind of moving along. Ooh. You guys almost saw me slice my finger on the grater, which I have done before. Honestly, like, I think that's the #1 injury that I've ever had, or the only one that I've done multiple times, is like getting my finger on a grater or something. It's so annoying because it doesn't even like go in deep or anything. It just like, yeah, it's just really annoying. Okay, garlic, boom. I'm gonna get this going. 3, it's just a little induction burner. Got some rosemary. I'm doing rosemary and garlic. I don't know, I feel like it will pair well with that sauce and the fries. I don't know, just going kind of on intuition. And one thing I really like with kind of grilling chicken is picking 1 or 2 flavors to really shine through instead of like, you know, throwing like a ton of different spices on it. Sometimes that is definitely preferable. But in something like this, I feel like it's really nice. Like, you'll still be, even though there are a lot of other components in this sandwich, you'll still be able to pick up on the garlic and that rosemary coming through. They should be like very prevalent. So that's kind of, you know, the theory behind using, you know, maybe only two or three seasonings that you really want to kind of bring out and shine. I would use some pepper too, but I got my hands all chickeny already, so I don't really feel like going back on that. Okay, and then luckily with this induction burner, it literally heats up super fast. So we're cruising already. So I'm just gonna keep that there. I'll probably adjust that camera angle for you guys so you can see what's going on after I put them in though. And like I said, we're literally like shallow frying these. Might have been a touch hot for the garlic in there, but it's okay. Also, this is a very weird setup. Normally I would not want to work on a table this high, but all this stuff is kind of trapped away from me, so I can't really use it. And then once this chicken's done, I mean, we're basically there. So if we get done, what I'll do is just kind of wait to assemble and just try to assemble a little easier. And actually that's something I need to figure out, because what they do for these is they kind of get them in like a square. And there's not a big tortilla selection in France. Like most grocery stores, I can't even find corn tortillas, but you don't use corn tortillas for this, you use flour. So normally they get it in like a square. So something like that, which would be which would work. They have different sizes. I think I'm gonna make kind of a bigger one and kind of overlap these tortillas and kind of fold up like this and then fold. So we'll see what happens exactly with that. Oh yeah, I forgot, I was gonna put some cheese on it. And this cheese is Comté, which I know what I just did is like sacrilege for some people. They say like the inside closer to the center is like the best part. So that might have offended some people the way I cut that. Oh, and I let my garlic burn a little bit. This is what happens when you cook live. That's okay though. I'm just gonna let that slowly go down on the heat. Let me double check on these fries. Not really that far along. But I need the cheese grater. But yeah, I'm very interested to see what these things taste like. And like I said, it is fast food, so like I don't have super high expectations for fast food, but like fast food 100% serves its purpose sometimes, like, you know, just kind of what you need. But it's also like not all that cheap And a lot of times it does take a lot of time. You know, you still got to go out and get it. You still got to go out and do it. And sure, if you don't have ingredients, you know, that's something to figure out. So you kind of got to figure out ways to like make cooking at home easier for you. Whether that's if you have a scheduled grocery trip that you go on every Monday or Tuesday or Sunday or whatever day it is, or there's always certain pantry staples you have in your fridge, you know? Oh yeah, this stuff is looking good. All right, minus the burnt garlic. But I'm just gonna pop that right there. This side looks great. Oh yeah. Just gonna pop this on the floor to cool down. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, a lot of times, you know, we lean on, you know, takeout or fast food or things like this just because we don't really have systems in place to like make it easier to cook at home. When a lot of times for me actually, and just again, it's not right or wrong, good or bad or whatever, it is a lot easier for me to whip up something, even if I almost have like nothing or what seems like nothing or like random ingredients. Usually I can whip something up, and that just comes from me first. I just really enjoy cooking and I want to do it. But secondly, after cooking so many different dishes and trying all these things, you know, you start to see how things work. And like even, you know, maybe a couple years ago I would have been like, I don't know what to make with these things. Now I'm like, oh yeah, I can turn that into some kind of fried rice. I can turn this into a soup, can turn this into some kind of sandwich or whatever. So, you know, cooking is it's an evolution with kind of how you view things over time. And a lot of it is reps. And then a lot of it is, you know, getting the systems in place that are gonna help you cook more at home. If you wanna cook more at home. I mean, everyone doesn't have to cook all the time. Like if you, maybe it's you wanna start cooking one meal a week. Maybe you wanna go from 3 to 5. Maybe you wanna bring lunches to work or whatever. It's really all up to you. Anyway, I digress. We are done with all the components. Gabe is not back yet. I don't know what we're at, like 20 something minutes, I think. Check the fries. Oh, these look pretty good, actually. I need some salt, but this is pretty solid. Yeah, let me toss these a little salt. Oh, let me adjust my camera angle too. Okay, so I had to adjust camera angle. But yeah, we have our fries, we have our chicken, we have our cheese, we have tomato, a little bit of greens, we have our Algerian sauce, pickled onions, of course. And then I'm just gonna load everything up into these flour tortillas. And since Gabe's not back, I'm just gonna wait for him to actually assemble everything because we'll need to do thumbnails and all that too. And when I'm cleaning pans like this, like I'll kind of just take a paper towel and not even like fully clean out all the fat and oil. Like if there's stuff stuck on it, I'll like scrub at it. But if it's not really stuck, if it's just kind of oil down there, which we used a lot of oil on this one, I'm just gonna kind of rub that back into the pan. And yeah, just like that, we're pretty much done with all the dishes.
After a wild ride through the streets of Bordeaux, we have made it.
Yo.
Hey.
All right, I didn't assemble on purpose, but I got all the dishes done. So yeah, let's assemble and then we'll do our taste test. We gotta know. I'm super interested to see how these are. I know ours is gonna be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can smell it in the hallway, so up the stairs.
Before we taste test, thank you again to Geico for sponsoring today's episode. I'm partnering with Geico this year to explore meals that save you both time and money in the kitchen. So click the link below, and in less time than you spent on this video, check out all the ways that you could switch and save with Geico. But now, it's time to see how the fast food version stacks up to the homemade one. As you can see, we got a couple just because we wanted to try them and see how they are, but they're all very beige. Yeah. As expected, I'm telling you, they have there's no like fresh toppings on the menu for whatever reason.
Yours looks beige a little bit.
I mean, yeah, even mine does. Like even mine looks kind of beige, and it primarily is, but like there's at least some greenery in there. I think this one's the closest one to ours. Like we did the same Algerian sauce, mayo, fries, but then obviously no fresh stuff, so.
Yeah. First bite, there's like a little corner pocket of only mayo, and it just went right in my mouth.
There's some weird like sauce. Okay, so I think that one not very good. Kind of tastes like freezer burnt-ish, like from the fries and like the chicken. Also, the sauces are really sweet.
Yeah. So I had this like I think this third week when we were first here a couple months ago, and I didn't like it that much.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever had it.
He's had it. Yeah.
This one looks the most promising, so let's give this one. This one's like beef, fries, and then it was like a poivronade, which I think is this pepper thing. Yeah. So test. The peppers completely saves that one. Yeah. Again, the fries, it tastes freezer burnt. Like they legitimately taste freezer burnt.
Very undersalted.
Yeah.
The beef is extremely undersalted, so are the fries. But the peppers and the burger sauce kind of save it, so it kind of gives you like a cheesesteak and a burrito vibe. There's just so many other things I'd rather get. Yeah,
very average. That could be good. Again, needs to be salted. The fries, like legitimately taste like they're just not good. The fries are not good at all. I think I know exactly what this cordon bleu is going to taste like, so I'm not even going to bother. Excited. Yeah, let's just get into ours. Let's get into ours. I'm excited for this because I already know how this is going to taste. The ratio with our tortillas is a little off, but they have the right size tortillas, so it is what it is. A little more saucy. Like I said, I don't love the tortilla ratio. It's just what we had to work with. But wow, the flavors on this are just like so much more balanced. It's tangy from like that sauce. I love that sauce. Like you guys just need to make that sauce straight up, throw it on any kind of grilled meat or like eat it with fries, burgers, whatever. It's incredible. It goes throughout the dish, and just having a little bit of fresh something in there. The pickled onions give it a little bit of brightness with the tomatoes and the lettuce, just something in there. You just need freshness in a lot of things. Yeah, the fries were better. Like they're not freezer burnt.
Texturally also, it's a lot better. The chicken, even though supposedly that fried chicken is fried, it didn't, yours just pan fried, had way more texture.
Yeah, well it was, I used a lot of oil on it, but yeah, it was very, very good. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. I think this is clearly a win for us. Wasn't too impressed with French tacos. You know, for the right circumstance, maybe good, but if you're just getting on a casual night like we are, I'm definitely gonna make something like this. Yeah, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. The recipe will be up on my website if you guys wanna try it out. I'd say definitely just make this sauce or something, but that'll wrap it up for us in this one. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace, y'all.